And welcome back. We are now doing the setup and round one. I've already chosen our heroes. We've got 3 from the Temple of Elemental Evil. Talon. I chose her setup to be versatile in both ranged and melee. Cat, the human rogue from the Castle Ravenloft set. I made her more utility, and also kind of AoE. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the cards. You'll be able to see them as we play. But so yeah, she's more utility and AoE. Another from Temple of Elemental Evil. We got Nimistra, Sun Elf Wizard. She is mostly also utility, hypnotism, shocking grasp, which she automatically starts with, and you'll see some of the stuff other. She has like fireball and typical wizard stuff. And actually, she's the only non-human in the party because I couldn't find a human wizard. Because in the custom world of us, it's pretty much either humans or elves. There's really not many other races. So I went with mostly a human party. Human ranger, human rogue, human fighter, which is our third Temple of Elemental Evil character. He's I can't really say pure tank because I did choose some group attacks, but that's typical. He's a fighter. How are you not going to have group attacks? And then here's our cleric. He's also from Castle Ravenloft. I made him half and half. He's mostly healing with some defense abilities thrown in to try to keep the party alive as long as possible. Because I have a bad tendency to die in these campaigns. In our setup, card, health, their powers, this is where the items are going to be, and monsters. And any conditions which will arise. I guarantee it. Alright, so enough about that. Yeah, there's all of our stuff. And we're going to go ahead and run through the setup. Okay? Actually, let me try to find a better place to... Alright. So for Adventure 1... the heroes must enter a cave in the southern hills to determine whether or not the evil that resides there is the dreaded necromancer that is plaguing the city of Westhaven. Our goal is to defeat the source of evil within the caves and retrieve any information leading to the necromancer. Recommended number of heroes is at least 2, although you can do a solo adventure if you really want to. Okay, so now let's get out the components. So we already have the start tile, which I referred to in the Prelude video. The Ancient Throne. There's that glare. Ancient Throne. So we're going to set that aside. Okay. And Crystal Shard tile, and you'll see what this is used for in a bit. You know what? Let's use this dice because I think it's pretty. That's right, pretty. You know what? I'm gonna come back. I should have done this earlier. There's all heroes, narrow passage, dark chasm. Okay, they're not in there. I wonder if did I grab them earlier? Alright, yeah. So I'm going to be cutting this out. Yeah. So, alright. Yeah, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to go ahead and get all the tiles together at least. But if you want to see the rest of them, there's going to be Crystal Shard, the Map, Phylactery, and Sun, and Key tokens. The Count Strahd figure from Castle Ravenloft. The Young Vampire Villain card from Castle Ravenloft. And 4 of the treasure chests. That's these things. You can have more, like these 6 if you really want to. Their contents really don't matter, you know, whether they're locked or not, because we have special campaign rules pertaining to all that. And yeah, so alright, I'm gonna get that set up, and then we can, we'll continue. Alright, sorry about that. So I went ahead, took out all the unnecessary tiles in here, like volcanic vents and the drow glyph and special tiles, pretty much. I did keep like all the narrow passages in here and broken door, stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't really seem quest important. So shuffled that. So let's go ahead and continue. Place the start on the table. It's already there. Place each hero on a square adjacent to the stairway on the start tile. So let's start. Let's see, he's gonna come in first. Right here. I'll place him somewhere. And the wizard. Alright. Alright, so we got our fighting force here. Alright, take the crystal shard tile from the dungeon stack and set it aside. You got it right there. Shuffle the rest of the dungeon tile stack. Already did it. Take 3 from it and shuffle the crystal shard into those tiles. And then without looking, place it aside. This is to be the mysterious chambered stack. We'll get to this when if and when it's revealed. So I gotta actually use both hands here. So we will be back once that is shuffled and set aside. Okay, next, and put it right here. Alright, now this is where the special adventure rules come into play. See, the following depends upon keeping track of the number of tiles you have already drawn. You may use a piece of paper and tally marks or the suggested method below. The decision is ultimately up to you. I'm going to use this method because I'm just going to demonstrate how it should go. Open up your adventure book to page 6. On the bottom, it should be time tracker with 7 circles. I did not specify. I'm going to redo that. Revise that. The adventure book in question is Castle Ravenloft because it has a time tracker on the bottom. So let's go and grab that. Okay. So right there. Oh, no, not that one. There we go. This is the one I was talking about. You know, I'm actually running out of room. I need to move that. I apologize about this. I should have set it up better previously before starting this video. But I'm lazy and I don't like redoing videos, so we're just going to continue from here. Alright, and the sun token, which I mentioned in the prelude about a tracker, is going to go to the side. And basically how this is going to work is every time you draw a tile, you move it 1 circle closer. And when the sun tile gets here, the next tile you draw will be this one. So that's how that's going to go. And my instructions reflect that. When it reaches 7, the next tile to be drawn will not be another tile, but rather the Ancient Throne tile. Do not advance if the explored tile has a white triangle. And this is why for that. Whenever a hero explores and draws a new dungeon tile with a white arrow, draw a tile from the Mysterious Chamber stack instead. And without looking at it, place it on top of the main dungeon tile stack. So, from here to here. Then that way the next tile you draw will be closer to the Mysterious Chamber. If the hero discovers the Crystal Shard tile, refer to the if-else statements event phylactery found. Well, it's kind of a spoiler, but, I went ahead and figured most players would probably just find out what it is anyway, so we just go ahead and put it there. The treasure chest campaign rule, this goes back to the campaign rules we started in the Prelude video. When you draw your 3rd, 6th, 9th, or 12th tile, you'll put a treasure chest token anywhere on the tile. And the tiles also include these ones if you put them on here, so... let's see, Ancient Throne. When you reveal the Ancient Throne tile, refer to event Young Vampire found in the if-else statements. And we'll get to the if-else statements when that applies. I already know which events, because I made the campaign, I already know which events when I have to refer to the if-else statements, but for anybody else who wants to try this campaign, I note in the adventures when you need to look at those statements. What I would suggest is designate one of the players as kind of like a DM player, so only they'll have access to that information when they need to read it. Alright, so we're going to now begin the adventure. We're all set up. We got our heroes. We got our healing surges. We got our main dungeon tile stack. We got our mysterious chamber. We got our dice. We got our cards all shuffled. We got our heroes all ready to go. And let's do this thing.
The city of Westhaven has issued out a notice to all adventurers to hopefully solve a problem. The dead are rising. As time goes on, more and more people are getting sick and dying from something the healers cannot identify. The word plague is being tossed around by the commoners, and the nobles are getting worried. Your party heads to Westhaven and meet with the local lords to discuss the situation. They tell you they suspect a necromancer is nearby in the southern hills, for that's where most of the undead started coming from. Blur! My apologies. Where the undead started coming from before the city fell sick. The lords promise 500 in gold as a reward if the heroes can travel to the southern hills, locate the evil there, and destroy it. Then report back anything they have learned.
And at this point, the DM player will give the other players the options, to collectively decide if they want to agree on the initial amount or try to haggle. If they try to haggle, you go to this next step. Otherwise, just read this and move on. Our scouts have found a cave entrance where the undead are most concentrated. We believe the necromancer hides there. And those are... yeah. Those will come into play when we happen. Here's the option I was mentioning about retreating. Only if the conditions are met. One hero is at least one hero is at 0 hit points. One hero is still alive. No healing surges remain. So you can go back to town, heal, keep your items, all that stuff. Alright. So here's the turn order that I've decided. Going from left to right, down to up. We're going to have the cleric, fighter, wizard, ranger, and the rogue. Alright. So let's do this thing. And in future videos, if I actually get more responses or participation. We can even have, player comments. Well, what you think the heroes should do and all that. So we're going to start simple. We're just going to have our fighter. Nope. Cleric. I forgot it's not the fighter's turn. So we're going to have the cleric move up and end his turn. Oh, black triangles. We all love those. Alright, so the first thing we do is normal rules. You draw a tile. You draw a monster card. Oh, fun. I love these. That was sarcasm. I really hate race. So, our first undead of the day. Okay. Then next would be the villain phase. But prior to doing the villain phase, we're going to activate our special rule. It's a black triangle, so we drew a tile. So we need to advance the token 1. Alright. Now you activate the villain phase as normal. You drew a black triangle, or if you did not draw a tile, you draw an encounter card. Right. It's been a while since I played this. So let's see what encounter we have. Prowling Spirits.
Cold spectral hands grasp at you. Before you can react, one of your items is gone.
Freedom! We have no items. So, I was thinking back. Sorry, there was a moment there when I was thinking back to the times where we do start out with treasure, and that's the first one we get. Not good times. So, but we lucked out. We have no starting items for this campaign. So, I mean, you can if you want to. That's optional, but my recommended settings is not to start with any items. You're fresh-born adventurers. You've never gone exploring. You weren't really prepared for this. You were just, we got a call, meet up with some random dudes and dudettes, and we go into this dungeon. So that's my recommendation. All right. So he moved, he explored, got an encounter that was good for us, but now we have to activate the monster. Since there's no villain, we move past villain to monster. Alright. If the wraith is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent and attacks with a life-draining claw. So he gets a +6. So, that sounds like I'm yawning. And a +6. 9, so that's 15. 15 to our hero. Is that enough to hit? No. Excellent. So our cleric survives the attack. Well, I mean, obviously he would survive. He has enough hit points. Alright. And that would be the end of his turn. Next up is Outtro the fighter. So, first thing we're going to do, this is how I'm going to do it. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to attack. With just a regular attack, apparently. So you move up to 2 spaces. Oh, well. That doesn't matter. He doesn't need to move after this. Alright, so +6. Alright, come on, Outtro. You suck. Donkey dick. Right. Before we continue, yes, he did miss, so I'm gonna... I can't cheat. Well, I mean, I could, but we're not going to. I forgot this. Even on a miss, he does do 1 damage. So, that goes bye-bye. Outtro missed, unfortunately. But we have enough heroes that I think they could take him. So now we continue on Exploration phase. Now it's a white triangle, so we do not advance the sun token, but we do put one of these on here. Alright, and we draw a monster as normal. And we got a ghoul. A lot better than the Wraith, in my opinion. And not stronger, but better because we can kill them a lot easier. That matters. And, since he's on the special passage tile, he gets -4 AC. As you can see, there's little purple special AC tokens. Ah! Alright. So he has -4 AC. Now he gets to activate. If he's adjacent to a hero, which he's not, if he's within one tile, which he is, and moves adjacent and attacks with a paralyzing claw, +7. Alright. So now the fighter gets attacked, and +7. Alright. Roll low. Of course you wouldn't. And Aileros' AC is 17. Poop nuts. Alright, so the takes 1 damage and is immobilized. Oh, well, thankfully it's on top. I need to take these out and get some stacks going. Probably will be easier to access in the future. Alright, so our fighter, unfortunately, you know, is immobilized. He tried to help the cleric out by taking out the Wraith. Failed. And got paralyzed by a ghoul. Unfortunate. Alright, next up we have the wizard. And you know what I love about this wizard, though? Is I chose this from the, what do you call it? Wrath of the Shardalon, because of how awesome this ability is. I mean, you don't need to roll to take control of it. You just automatically control a monster within one tile of you. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to take this Wraith, move it here, and have it attack the ghoul. Well, actually, we could move it a whole tile. That's even better. However, I think if I moved it a whole tile, they would have to end up here. Correct me if I'm wrong. If special abilities can put them anywhere, which I think they would be able to. I mean, it just moves one tile. But I know how monsters usually, you know, go from special point to point. But in this case, until somebody tells me otherwise, I'm going with that. Which means the Wraith will also get penalized. Excellent. Alright, so with the Ghoul and Wraith now -4 AC, that brings him to 12. So we gotta do D20 plus 9 versus 12. I think that hits. Don't you? And the ghoul only has 1 hit point. Blah! Yeah, that's the sound that ghouls make. Blah! Almost like vampires. Blah, blah, blah. And I know I'm forgetting something. Right. So the ghoul gets added to our experience pile, which I am going to just put over here for the time being. I'll try to figure out space allocation here in a minute. So we get the experience, And instead of a treasure card like normal, we draw a treasure token. And we get 500! Woo! Now that's some treasure right there. Off of a ghoul. He must have ate like a wealthy merchant or something. Okay. So now the wizard can move, which I think would be a good idea. Let's go this way. Okay. Exploration phase. White tile, so we don't draw an encounter, and we don't advance the sun token. We place another a tile from the mysterious chamber stack onto the regular stack. Draw our monster as normal. And oh, okay, these are the new monsters from Curse of Undeath. A warrior skeleton. Oops. So, let's get out this guy and show you how awesome he is. Isn't he awesome? He's so awesome. Sorry, I'm easily impressed. We've got our new warrior skeleton. And that would be the skeleton's turn. Alright, so if the warrior skeleton is within one tile of a hero, which he is, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with an axe. +9. Ouch. So he's gonna go attack the wizard now. He's like, you pissed me off. I did not know I could zoom on this thing. And now it's gonna be even more shaky. Alright, how do I zoom out? Okay. Remind myself not to touch the screen. 18. I'm not gonna even look. I know that hits the wizard armor class, doing 1 damage. Okay, well it's not so bad. I mean, could be worse. All right, so next up we have Talon the Ranger. Let's try to do. Oh, I don't know if we want to do a one shot. I mean, longbow. Actually, the bow would be the best option. You have a monster you control, which she doesn't. Alright, so longbow it is. +8. Alright, Talon. Show us how good you are with that bow. Not very good. That's 11 total versus the warrior skeleton's 17 armor class. Alright, should we continue going right, up, or left? Let's go right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, speed 6. Alright, draw the next tile. It's another white triangle. I swear I shuffled these. Alright, so we put another one. Monster is normal. And a skeletal lancer. Ooh. This is kind of like more of a mini boss. So maybe this guy was in the employ of the current villain here to stop our heroes from advancing. Yeah, he's nasty. And to show you him, his lance is a little limp. Alright. We are going to put him here. Alright. Alright. So now it would be the villain's turn. Within 2 tiles, he is move adjacent, attacks with a charging lance, +9. Ow! You didn't see that. I can't cheat. I don't usually consider those rolls when I just drop them, but I'm going to take the bad with the good, I guess. So 12 plus 9 is 21. That definitely beats the armor class. 3 damage. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Alright. And then lastly for this turn, or round I should say, is our rogue. I hope you are far better than what we've been doing. And sorry about that. Apparently I ran out of space on my phone. I think that the phone's trying to tell me not to talk so much and get on with it. I'll probably replace that with a Monty Python thing.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Get on with it.
Alright, so the last turn of our round is the rogue. And, what did I decide to do with her? Well, we need to attack that skeleton. So, let's see here. Alright, so we're gonna go with a lucky strike. Attack 1 monster within 1 tile of you. You probably can't read that. If you hit and your attack roll is an even number, you deal an additional damage. Alright. So, do I really want to attack the skeleton? Should probably attack the skeleton and lancer. He does have 3 hit points. Alright, so I think the rogue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still within 1 tile, so it'd count. Alright, so she's going to attack the lancer. And it's a +7. And all we need to do is roll a even number. I'm not sure if that hits. 15. Yeah, no, that misses. So, unfortunately, it does nothing. You lose, sir. Good day.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
What? Okay, so... so Rogue quietly sneaks through the dungeon, gets right behind the Lancer, and tries to get an attack. But she misses, thinking herself a failure. And what do we have? The Crystal Shard. Excellent. Because now we get to go through what is the special if-else statement. That's right. There is an if-else statement. I should have had them ready. Nope, that's the key. Yep. Alright, here we go. A cold draft sends shivers up your spine as the next room reveals to you what seems like a floating orb of arcane power. Around it, monsters patrol until they sense your presence, quickly changing to a defensive posture. They prepare to attack. And now we place the phylactery token on the spawn square. Player who reveals still draws a monster as normal, places it anywhere on the tile. Then each player starting with a player to the right. So basically everybody draws a monster. Okay? And then there will be no encounter card. and we ignore further adventure rules regarding to the mysterious chamber stack. And that also includes future adventures as well. And then they can either decide to take or destroy the phylactery as long as they are adjacent to it, referred to as either kept or destroyed, for further details on how to proceed. So first things first, we need to place the phylactery. Actually, I should have said put it there, not the monster tile, but whatever. Alright, so the rogue gets to draw first a ghoul. And then, hang on, to the right would be Quinn. Oh, well, that's not good. And then Elaros. And then Mistra. And then, lastly, Talon. So that's our current lineup of monsters we get to face on top of everybody else. So, place the ghoul. Here's the skeleton tome guardian. Wickedly cool, in my opinion. We're gonna put him up front because, you know, I'm a sadist like that. Wait, masochist? Sadist? Whatever. Let's see here. Spider. Human cultist and rat swarm. Okay, well, I think we have enough monsters going on here. And guess what? This is not even the end of the dungeon. This is just that side quest. But the good news is, if we survive this, then we will be one step closer to defeating the final boss. If we survive this. Alright. So everybody's got their respective monsters. And we just need to finish off with the villain phase. So all the monsters get to attack. Yay! Alright, ghoul. Well, not all the monsters. Sorry, let me clarify. It still works normally. They're not on the villain phase, so thank goodness for that. So just the ghoul gets to attack. If he's adjacent, he's not. If he's within one tile, he moves adjacent, and the claw, so +7. Yep. So the ghoul's gonna move out here. +7. Oh, come on. The rogue is also immobilized. Poison, advantage, immobilized. There we go. Alright. So that will be the end of round 1. Not looking very good. We've already got a butt ton of monsters out. We've got 2 characters paralyzed by ghouls, and but we've found the Lich's phylactery, but of course our characters don't know that yet. They just think, "Ooh, shiny. Maybe I can sell it on the market." All right. So that's going to be the end of the round, and therefore the end of the video. And if you like what you see or hear, because I love hearing the sound of my own voice, then give that like and subscribe, or just like, or comment. And and if you guys do want to do, viewer involvements, feel free to go ahead and post what you think the next hero should do. Which, who is it? It should be Quinn, the human cleric. So, where is he? He's right here. So if you have any suggestions for the next hero, go ahead and give a shout. Otherwise, you can also suggest anything for the other heroes. And we'll react accordingly. Alright, so that's it for this time. And we'll see you next time.